Welcome back, my anxiety-ridden doom scrollers and trauma connoisseurs, to 31 Days of Horror, brought to you by Sadistic Penguin Studios, where the smiles are cursed, the therapy isn't working, and the penguin's been grinning unnaturally for 3 days straight. For day 30, we're taking on one of the best modern horror surprises in recent years, 2022's Smile, a movie that dares to ask, what if trauma were contagious? And also had perfect teeth.
Sticks the blade in my mouth. Let's put a smile on that face.
So Smile follows Dr. Rose Cotter, a psychiatrist who witnesses a horrific suicide right in front of her. And from that moment on, everything starts to spiral. She begins seeing people smiling at her, and not the nice, have a good day smile, but that nightmare smile you get from customer service rep right before they stab you with a name tag. Turns out, there's some kind of supernatural curse at play, a chain of trauma that passes from one victim to the next, like a demonic game of hot potato. You watch someone die horrifically, you start seeing the smiles, and then the clock's ticking until you're next. Smile is one of those movies that sneaks up on you. On the surface, it feels like your typical horror flick, but it's actually way smarter than that. Director Parker Finn turns mental health, grief, and unresolved trauma into a slow burn panic attack. The sound design is insane. Low rumbles, warped tones, and those sharp violin strings that make your skin crawl. And the cinematography? Chef's kiss. Everything's just slightly off center, constantly keeping you uneasy. You don't watch Smile, you clench your jaw through it. Sosie Bacon, yes, Kevin Bacon's daughter, absolutely kills it. She gives one of the most grounded, believable performances in modern horror. You feel her unravel in real time, and it's both heartbreaking and terrifying. Kyle Garner is great as her ex, who's actually the only sane person in this entire universe. And Robert Weingart as her therapist perfectly nails that smiling but deeply concerned energy that's now officially ruined for everyone who saw this movie. Smile works because it takes the idea of inherited trauma and spins it into something truly horrific. It's not just a curse, it's a metaphor on how pain spreads, how we absorb the grief of others, and how hard it is to break the cycle. And yeah, it's got jump scares, but they actually work. There's one scene in particular involving a phone call that will live rent-free in my brain until the day I die. This movie is anxiety distilled 2 hours, and somehow I liked it. Smile proves that horror doesn't need to reinvent the wheel to mess you up. It just needs to make you stare into a mirror until you question your sanity. It's stylish, sharp, and surprisingly emotional. It's not just about fear, it's about guilt, regret, and that awful feeling that maybe you deserve the things haunting you. So yeah, it's not exactly a feel-good cinema, unless you're into existential dread with side of creepy grins, then it's perfect for you. That's day 30 of 31 Days of Horror. Smash that like button before someone smiles at you from across the room. Hit subscribe before your trauma goes viral, and ring that bell before it's your turn in the curse chain. Until next time, keep your smiles fake, your minds uneasy, and your penguins always evil. Sadistic Penguin Studios, ruining your sleep schedule and serotonin, one grin at a time.
Why are you smiling like that?
I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite.
Make work your favorite. That's your favorite, okay?
Okay.
Work is your new favorite.